we got fighting up next, Driftery versus Tynado. Driftery coming in ranked number 5 in the vote, coming with stationary 4x4 feet. He's a 5'4" fighter, so a little guy and a 2000 elo, but hey, this is the battle of the little people. Coming in with 13th with the vote, we got Tynado, also a stationary fighter, so it's pretty even match. 5'6" and 2042. Driftery crowd favorite. I'm pretty excited about this too. Driftery said that he had some new tech. So I want to see how V4 treats both of these fighters, because Driftery was heavily impacted by V4 coming into this. And so I definitely want to see how they both adapted. And let's get on to this next fight. Virtual fight fans, it is time. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the teal trunks with the white trim, this VR boxer stands at 5'4" tall and is playing with a stationary size of 4x4 feet. Voted number 5 in the RingsideVR community poll, he enters the ring with a record of 0 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. Fighting by way of NA East, give it up for Hajime no Driftery! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the black trim, this VR boxer stands at 5'6" tall and playing with a stationary size of 4x4 feet. He is voted number 13 in the RingsideVR community poll. He enters the ring with a record of 0 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. Representing NA East, give it up for the Eagle Killer, Tynado! This next fight.
Check us out.
Tynado rocking the white trunks with the black trim in the red corner. Driftery rocking that really cool looking teal all the way through. I love with the color matching.
Oh, yeah,
both fighters starting this round, feeling each other out patiently.
I'm a big fan of the teal myself too. Shout outs to Hajime no Ippo. Very anime. The anime that very much inspired Driftery's style early on in season 1. Right now he has adapted his way through, worked away from the peekaboo guard, and hopefully we'll see a new Driftery. But Tynado, looking like Ippo himself, slipping and rolling, coming in here, making the moves on Driftery.
Yeah, using a really good peekaboo guard and very effective hooks, straights, and jabs coming in at those angles. Like you said, really looking like Ippo a little bit, right? He's got that rock and brawler kind of attitude.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, Driftery can't let somebody outshine him. The pundits, I will say, has Driftery not favored in this matchup. Driftery has not been doing a lot of work in the last previous exhibition matches as he tries to find his way in V front number 4. You know what I'm saying? So right now he's got about as even matchup as he can ask for in Tynado, but Tynado putting the hands on my man. Driftery's got to be careful. Got to keep those hands up.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing here. He's backing up. He's resetting. He's thinking this through. Right, Tynado definitely having a better understanding of the range and using great level changes. I think that's what's giving Driftery trouble, right? He's not sure where to hold his guard, whether high or low, and he's kind of getting it a little bit in between, getting the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, and you know, I don't want to give away too many of the other weapons here in the discovery round. Driftery has been known for heavy hooks, especially a good solid liver blow. And I want to use that as a point to make here that in this damage system, we do have weak points finally turned on to the boxer's body. So shots to the chin, to the temple, shots to the solar plexus, to the liver, on the jaw. Those do a solid 40% extra damage added onto your punch. So if you're Driftery, who is known for the liver shot, he's got to find ways to land that. And he's got to keep those hands up, man. Ring, ring, ring. Answer the phone, because Tynado is calling, bro. Them hands is calling you. The mat is calling you. And you might be there sooner than you think, Drift. You got to keep them hands up, Brody.
He's got to be a little bit more predictive and start reading Tynado's rhythm, right? You can tell he's swinging a lot. Tynado's doing a lot with his head movement and his hand placement to block or make these punches kind of skim off of him.
Ooh, big shots landed
Boom,
by Tynado.
another beautiful overhand.
Yeah, you can see Driftery's head really snap back on that last punch, and it's very rare to see the VR boxer's model with the hand snap back. And right now, you got to see what Tynado was doing, man. Even when Driftery's kind of throw out some jabs, he's not really finding any meaning behind those jabs. He's trying to go down. Driftery's got to be careful. He threw a little bit too many punches. He's putting himself in a little bit of danger to switch the camera around, try to get a better angle here, but ooh. Third round comes to a close.
Surviving that round, making sure to back up and doing a good job of not getting caught in the corner, keeping that in backwards motion just to mitigate a little bit of that damage. But I think that round safely said it's going to Tynado.
Safely, bro. Absolutely. Tynado, I mean, landing the last hit of the round just for good measure. Chat, I'm going to ask you guys early. I know, look, chat's been lit right now. Somebody stopped watching Minecraft to watch this. That's huge. That's a W for me, right? That's,
man.
Like, Minecraft is top tier. And I'm scared, you know what I'm saying? This is VR boxing. We done took a Minecraft viewer away. Hell no. Look, chat. One's in the chat for Driftery. You already know what it is. Two's in the chat for Tynado's. How y'all feeling? The chat's gonna answer, bro. They've been calling it right pretty much all night.
Yeah, looking through. I'm seeing some of those twos coming in.
Oh, the twos are raining in.
Full rounds left for Driftery to come in and make an adjustment here. And we have seen him throw out good knockout power before. Less as far as like a counter punching style, more in terms of aggression. So I want to see some of that new tech that he's developed, right? Round 2, adjustment round, you figured out the timing. It looks like he's landing a few shots now, but still getting caught by those big hits that Tynado's throwing.
Yeah, he's looking hurt. He's up in the corner getting pieced up. Tynado teeing off on him like he Donald Trump playing golf right now. This is about to be, yo, Drifter, you got to fight your way out. Oh, no. Tynado fucking on him. Oh, not the Usain Bolt pose. Oh, no, don't do it.
Are you okay?
Oh, my God. And I just want to break that down exactly what happened, right?
Go ahead.
Tynado had Driftery in a corner stuck there. Driftery doing kind of the right thing in terms of starting to throw some volume to get Tynado to back off. Mm-hmm. But he was just waiting for that moment because that triggers the spam system.
Yes.
And so he was just waiting for Driftery to get aggressive and threw that beautiful counter in there.
He's piecing him up.
Beautiful fighting and game IQ from Tynado.
And Tynado's landing on him too. And we're seeing this as another kind of motif for the night, right? Fighters who are able to lure out the counter hit, bait somebody out, then switch to the aggression now that they're being said, oh no, and you hate to see this happen. Is this going to be some lag? Dude, Tynado was worried about some lag coming into this match. He's like, I just need my internet to hold up. He's looking good, but that was dangerous. Driftery did get a few shots, and you notice your boy went straight to the body. He's trying to tear up the liver and that solar plexus, and there we go. Driftery back on the offensive now. See, this is where he lives. If Driftery can get the body shots in on you, this is where he gets some damage, and Driftery's feeling very confident.
Yeah, he's starting to find his rhythm now with landing a lot more of those shots, and I think that you're right. He uses the body, and that helps him start setting up the shots to the head. Mm-hmm. That's always kind of been his bread and butter. Sometimes, he does it much better against taller fighters. I think whenever he's fighting someone his size or shorter, he doesn't have that confidence to go to the body as easily. He needs to practice going lower, even against lower fighters.
Yeah. When you're evenly hyped, man, you when you're shorter, you got especially in this game, you got some serious advantages, man. You can really target the body very easily, and it's hard for taller fighters to really get the defense down because they can't really depend on those arms. But Tynado, man, being more than a match for Driftery right now. The lag is coming in, please, Tynado, bro. Call your ISP, get AT&T, get Comcast over here. Driftery being a good sport though, not taking advantage.
Driftery being an excellent sport. Honestly, all the fighters been showing some great sportsmanships, even when they're doing, taunting, they're being, making some fun of it, always throwing out daps or hugs. Love to see it. But right now, no hugs here. Tynado and Driftery throwing those hands, slugging it out on the logo.
Oh, look, man. Tynado is able to tag Driftery so well, especially with these hooks, man. And we're not seeing a lot of it's a slugfest, bro. I'm just going to call it for what it is. They just slugging it out. They duking it out right now. But Tynado is coming out on top of every one of these exchanges because he's faster with the hooks. He's tighter with the hooks. He's able to slip. And when he's able to slip and duck underneath Driftery's hooks, he's able to come back and return on his own. He's just getting more bang for his buck. And Chat's prediction is looking pretty good right now.
I think so. Tynado definitely ahead on the scorecards for round 1 and round 2 at this point. Driftery is in a really tight spot, and I think he's just going to have to figure out how to get a full-on either 3 knockdowns and TKO, or see if he can hit an actual full-on KO with damage. I've seen it do it before in other versions. I believe in him. He's got that fighter's heart, but he has got a huge challenge ahead of him.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is absolutely kind of crazy. Look, I want to take a moment right now to just say a big thank you to the chat. Y'all have been absolutely awesome tonight as we lock in for this potentially the last match of the night. This is fun, man. Solly and I are huge nerds for VR boxing. This community is very dope for even participating in the game in the way they do. I mean, they treat this about as seriously as like anybody could treat another competitive game. And this is a brand new, oh dang, some love coming in here. All Driftery right. Maybe not feeling it. But you know, this is a brand new video game. For those who have VR, you know how small the community is already. So I'm just glad that we're actually able to get this. Okay, wait a minute now, Driftery. Hold up now.
Hold on. Little right-handed jab working very well for him.
Okay,
that might be something he's got to incorporate into the arsenal.
I mean, look, maybe a little bit too late. I mean, that should have been brought out into the arsenal day one. Driftery falling into old habits here. Tynado just catching the rhythm, man. If you're just gonna throw some jabs out, you know what I'm saying? Drop that hand after some jabs. I'm gonna take it in. But if Driftery could get a lucky hit, you might get a knockdown here. But man, the man's got the ugly face. He's looking hurt.
Yeah, he had some early success in the round, but right now Tynado just making the right adjustments, and he's just been such a hard puzzle to solve for Driftery this whole match. Great guard, great head movement, and incredibly tricky shots to block, right? They're always coming in from weird angles and always targeting the weak points that are your openings.
You can really see it here from the top-down view, though. Like, you're a fan of stationary. You know the tactics from VFC, right? You're looking at Tynado and how he moves in stationary. Like, this man, you could tell by Driftery, he's moving within his space a lot more, right? Tynado working the joystick. Look at there, beautiful, picturesque. Hit him with the Usain Bolt one more time, so the crowd knows it's real. Tynado, you can definitely see it much more from the top view. He's actually figurating a little bit. He's circling in and out with the joystick. It keeps himself more elusive, and also the joystick allows you to course correct and move away from punches with a trigger finger more so than moving your whole body away. So Tynado, knowing that he won this match, taking it easy on Driftery. I don't think there's much Driftery's going to be able to do within this next minute to come back. He's going to try to slug it out, though, but look, the 1 KO wonders from V3 are over, man. You're going to have to really work for that, and down goes Driftery again. You hate to see this happen. Tynado, he said he tried to give you a chance, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you all right?
Tynado, the ego killer, and right now that nickname is so appropriate. He has just destroyed Driftery this fight. And again, even being a good sport with it, it's such a frustrating way to fight, right? When you feel like nothing you do is working. Right? If you have a close fight or you get knocked down a couple of times, it's one thing. But when nothing, when you just can't crack the puzzle, you're just sitting frustrated.
And finally gets one.
Driftery,
look,
finally figuring it out.
Look,
getting it.
Everybody's got a puncher's chance, bro. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Driftery just devastated that it happened so late.
He's got to take a knee, bro. He's got to take a knee. He's literally taking a knee right now. Like, the man is thinking so hard about this. Look. Shout out, hey, look, chat, give it up for this fight, bro. Tynado is one hell of a fighter, man. Like he true like showman. You know, the man gave us a good show. He could have took that in so many different ways, bro. Like Shaq saying, how in the world do you even take a knee in this game? Look, let's lock in with the score real quick. Let's see the official word from the VR judges here. So Tynado, of course, getting perfect grades on the SATs. You already know what it is, 10-8, 10-7, 10-8. Then your favor for the winner of this round, third round, Tynado, 30-23. Solly, let's take a look at those knockdowns. 1, 0, 1, and 2. This man came out with a royal flush of knockdowns. Great hand right there. And let's take a look at this damage, dog. What are you seeing on the damage chart, Solly?
The damage is really what I'm noticing, particularly. Look at that, 3 damage for Tynado throughout the whole round, and realistically only lower because he took a little bit off in the third round to style. But like again, in round 1, hitting well over 1,000 damage. And you can see why those knockdowns started coming more later and later, because he had just been, tenderizing him up for the whole fight.
Yeah.
Driftery, though, always a fun fighter to watch. Throws a lot of emotion out there, whether in his fighting and his reactions, and finding a good knockdown there at the end. I think he just kind of figured it out a little bit too late. But plenty more fights in this tournament, and I'm excited to see both of these fighters continue.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go ahead and lock in. Yo, you're on the line. You're on the line. Tynado, I got to holler at you, bro. First of all, congrats. Big win in round 1. You looked really good. You was putting the pepper up on them. You was tenderizing them up, getting them set up. You got the royal flush, full hand of knockdowns, 0, the 1, then the 2. We went to a third round. It could have been a 3 up in there. How you feeling after that fight, bro?
Feel great, man. I mean, Driftery's a great fighter, but if you were to have worked with more of the distance punches, I feel like he would have had me. That's why I was trying to kind of tell him, hey, work with that jab. You kind of need to do that instead of getting to the distance.
Yeah.
Or closing the distance too much.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm way better whenever I'm up close, but I also try to keep a little range in there too, so I'm not getting clenched so much.
Yeah, I got to commend you on being able to flow with your punches. It was a slugfest, of course, right? But you were able to move and weave not only your upper body with the punches, you were able to slip a lot of the return fire coming back from Driftery, landing you a few counter hit shots. But also, when we saw it from the top-down view, man, you were actually moving the joystick around, mitigating. Was it part of your strategy to keep that elusive and walk in?
I like to move around with my joystick instead of just standing like a statue, because then you will get KO'd by an inside fighter.
Man, that was great. That's very exciting to see, bro. How do you feel about your chances in the tournament?
Now, there's a bunch of fighters out there, and I've sparred Boss. Me and Boss fought twice, so if I go up against him, we're pretty even. Like last time we sparred, he won, and then I won against him in V3. But like there are fighters out there that I'm unsure about, but I feel confident I could at least make top 8.
Look, I feel like you got it, and the win in the first round of a 3-round Swiss tournament is a great way to get out into that pool. So big shout outs to you, man. Much love. Driftery, I want to talk to you, bro. Go ahead, bro. You want to say something else?
I was also gonna try not. Oops, sorry.
You got it.
All right. Anyway, so I was trying not to throw like hook spam, and mix up some punches, like some jabs, some uppercuts and stuff.
Yeah,
some crosses too.
It was good. Everyone who wants to know how to join the Discord, man. That's the fastest way to get in on the action. We've got a whole circuit set up for you guys. It's going to be something that we want the community to be involved in and have a good time. So join the Discord. We have a strong Discord of like almost 2,000 members right now, active all the time. Coaches, trainers, people throwing their hands. We have weekly events for the community, like King of the Ring, Power Slap competition, team fights. We have weekly exhibitions, and those are the setting stage to get up on here to see who is the strongest under the headset with our weekly ranked division. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look into the next fight